Good morning. Am I live? Am I live? Leave me a comment if you're here. I am here, ready to chit chat with you all this morning. I don't think I remember being online this much, and I'm super enjoying it. But good morning if you are just joining us. Good morning, good morning, good morning. There we go. Oh, there I am. That's what I'm wearing today. I'd be in trouble if I wore the same thing 2 days in a row. All right, good morning. Oh, there we go. If you are I was watching a movie. All right. Hello. There we go. Hi, Anne. Good morning. Happy Monday. It's raining here. It's just so nice. It's rainy and muggy. I do too. I love this time, and I do want to thank you, Anne. You set this up so brilliantly. It worked out so lovely. Again, you are the best coordinator. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see who just joined. We have Norma and Diane. Who else? Debbie. Good morning, Cecilia. I know it's cloudy here too, Cecilia. It's crazy. It's like we never have these days of all clouds. I don't know what's going on, but it's going to be 100 by Saturday. So we'll be back to normal by Saturday. And Santa Ana winds are coming in, which are never good. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, Lynn. Thank you for this week, by the way. Thank you for this weekend. Good morning, Legine. Hi, everybody. How are you? I am awake and well. I went out yesterday, and in fact, one of your Artful Journey members, my friend Linda, was out and came out too, and her outfit matched my shoes completely, so we were kind of laughing. I posted that last night. But good morning. I went out, had a couple of glasses of wine, listened to a bunch of music. It was great. Ended up being like a local jam session. All these musicians were just playing together. It was fantastic. And I got invited to another little music thing next Friday night. In fact, this weekend was all about music. I went and saw a Journey cover band on Friday. Oh, Saturday was about photography. Sunday was more music. There was wine at all three of those events. Go figure. All right. Good morning. Good morning. We'll wait till 8 o'clock because I said I'll be live at 8. I just want to say the doors to your Artful Journey, they close tonight at 6 p.m. I will update the door. I think we have filled up this one whole door, which makes me super happy. We will have all these new members joining us. I haven't updated it. I ran out of Post-it notes yesterday, so I had a little issue. Sorry, that goes way up there. That goes up higher. I'll take a photo of that this morning before I leave. I was starting to update the list and I didn't get as far as I wanted. Plus I ran out of Post-it notes and had to go all over the house looking for them, but I found them. So what can I say? The cost is $37 a month or $370 a year. You can join month to month or you can join yearly. And all of the lessons, somebody yesterday, it was so cute. I get comments in your Artful Journey and the lessons if somebody leaves them. And I noticed they're like, wow, another lesson. Wow, another lesson. I thought that was so cute. Cheryl. Cheryl was supposed to be here. Cheryl, I totally understand. I'm here and I apologize for the delay. I'm not going to be able to be here with you. Thank you for understanding. Hope the next time. Cheryl, totally understand. I heard you had a little incident, had to cancel. I'm with you, girl. Don't even panic about that. But Cheryl, we will talk to you next time or soon. How about that? I'm going to keep doing these features on my members. It's just so fun to do. So I totally understand. Poor girl. All right. We're ready to get started. I had to put some lotion on my hands. I have been painting, and when I paint a ton, I wash my hands because I'm always washing paintbrushes and emptying water buckets, and my hands are getting super dry. And when I work with a lot of acrylic paints, I noticed that my hands get dry. And after all this rain that we're getting, we're supposed to be getting Santa Ana winds. So that means everything's just going to get much drier around my parts, and we'll hope that there's no fires. That's what we do. Oh, good. Anne said we have Cheryl on the list for next time. Perfect. Thank you so much. Good morning, Gail from Kissimmee, Florida. Speaking of Florida, our feature artist from your Artful Journey today is from Florida. I was just talking to her. She actually lives in St. Petersburg. I used to go to St. Petersburg, Florida, growing up every spring break because my grandparents, not my parents, had a like a winter home in Florida. So we would go every single year. I'd go visit my grandparents. It was fun until I was like in high school and college, and I should be going on spring break with the fun people. But quite honestly, I wasn't one of those fun people. So I would go on spring break with my parents and my grandparents. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in MaryAnne. MaryAnne is a member of your Artful Journey. Tell us, well, first off, hello.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Tell us a little bit about you and your art.
Well, like Tracy said, I live in St. Petersburg, Florida. We've been here close to 30 years now, since we were married in 93. I've got two boys who are my hearts,
How old?
18-year-old and almost 16-year-old. So I'll tell you a secret. I'm 56. So at 50, I had a 10-year-old in the house. So for all of you who might have been 50 and empty nesters by that time,
I am 51.
I'm still in the thick of it. But
I'm 51 and my nest is just empty. So I feel you. And also you're in the heart of high school now, I'm guessing, with both of them.
Well, my oldest just graduated high school and is trying to pursue his next path for his education. And then my youngest is a 10th grader. So and I'm a pharmacist by training. And one of the things that I connected with Tracy very early on was the fact that she was a STEM gal, like in her day job, right? But she had this whole other aspect of her, creative life, going on. And that was so inspiring to me because it made me feel like I could, go and find the time and find that way to nurture my creative soul.
So this is important to say. You work a full-time job, yes?
Oh, yes, I do.
So you work a full-time job because that is a question I get asked the most is how and where do you find the time? So I'm going to ask you that. How do you find the time?
When the kids were young, I actually painted before kids, and I was starting to kind of get back into after, when you're a STEM girl, like when you're in college and stuff, you don't have time to take all those wonderfully creative classes and everything. Like you're almost, railroaded into, science, or math, all of those things. And so there was a long time where I didn't do anything. And then I started creating a little bit, pre-kids. And then, of course, I had the kids and the full-time job and all of that. And so it was hard during those earlier years. Right?
Yes.
But right about the time, maybe a year pre-COVID, I said, I had a skiing accident. Actually, I have a lot of hardware in my dominant hand. And art became a way not only to get my creativity out, but it was also very therapeutic for me to ensure that I could retain my functionality in my hand. So I started art journaling with a local group back at that time, but it wasn't very often that I could get there, and that type of thing. And then COVID hit. And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I have all these weekends and all of these things. And I'm really enjoying this. how can I get more of that? Right. And so I would, put dates on my calendar. And that's actually how I found Tracy, as I was looking through Facebook items, and somehow your stuff popped up, Tracy. And I was like, I'm going to check that out, and what happened with that was so interesting because of all the different times that you do things. Like I could find time to do it. Like, for example, 5:30 Pacific time is 8:30 at night, my time. My kids are, either playing video games with their friends, whatever. All of a sudden I found the time opened up and the opportunities were there. And I started to say yes to the opportunities that were presented to me through your tribe, right? Which was so wonderful and freeing for me to schedule that creative date time with myself. You know what I mean?
I love that you just said that. You said yes to the opportunity.
I said yes to the opportunity.
Oh my God. And how many women, and I know this, listen, I have 3 kids. I am divorced. I've got a house. I've got a life. I got a full-time job at the whole 9 yards. But it wasn't until I started realizing if I don't take care of myself at the end of the day, I got nothing for the kids. And they even became, well, especially when they're in high school, you don't have to spoon feed them.
Well, true. But you know what was so interesting? When I said yes to the opportunity, then all of a sudden the time seemed to open up for it, right? And I found myself, if I couldn't do it for a week, now there have been a couple weeks here that I haven't been able to create regularly, and I'm missing it. Like I'm going to get back to it this week, right? But all of a sudden there were all these things I could plug into. I could do the FaceTime maybe right before work, before I started work for the day, because I do work from home, which helps a lot.
Oh, that's really nice.
Because I work in like databases and things.
Okay. I was going to say, if you're a pharmacist and you're working from home, doesn't that sound like it's illegal?
It does sound illegal. Drugs are my life. No, I'm just kidding. No, I work in drug information and drug databases now. So medical publishing. So that has been that's almost been my second act in my pharmacy world. So
phase 2. I love it.
It has been my phase 2. And I've loved it. I love every part of that, but I also want more time to open up for creating and all of those beautiful things that come, into your soul when you sit down and just give yourself the freedom to create. And, I make a lot of ugly. I'll tell you that. I make a lot of ugly. But I also, like Tracy, honestly, when I do your stuff, I often feel like at the end of the day, I've really accomplished something. I've either learned how the paints work, or I've discovered a new technique that you've walked us through, or and I'm going to use that in other different ways.
Other things, right? That's what I tell people.
And that's so fun. I mean, it's just so fun. And it's a joyful group. Let me tell you, this group is so encouraging, kind, even when you don't like your stuff, somebody's going to find something that they really love about it. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, look at your drips on that left side of the page. Or, it's been such a wonderful place to have the freedom to even fail.
Yes.
At times, right?
Well, and there is no failure
from it. And then you take what you get out of it and you create something different the next time using that same technique. It's so fun. And I have been more prolific now than I have ever been creating, because I have plugged into this group, and it's so inspiring, not just your stuff, Tracy, but all the other members,
all the other people,
all the people sharing the way they've incorporated what you've taught them into something new, or, oh, here's what I did today off of the content, off of the web. I plugged into this lesson. Remember this one way back here? Or maybe you didn't get to that one because you weren't part of the journey yet, but it's still there.
It's still there.
There's so much you can do with it. So I've really enjoyed the fact that no matter when I can find the time, I can just bring up a lesson and try it. It's great.
I feel like I've learned, I feel like I've learned just saying yes to the opportunity today was a lesson for me. And I love it. You're getting lots of learn to create something new with errors. Everybody is agreeing with you. And I think that is so important that we just realize that as women, you don't always have to be giving everything away. You got to save something that means something to you so you can show up better to other people. And that's all my creative time. Like, I'm happiest when I am carving out that time, whether it's for the group. Yesterday, by the way, I think I shared, the one thing I love about our group is I ask you guys what you want to see and you tell me, and I write a list. I have a list of everything that is ever said to me. And the one thing I kept hearing was like, I want to be better with like a liner brush. So yesterday, this was a 5-minute like quickie piece, but then I realized I should be filming this. And then yesterday, this was all done with a liner brush. So not this month, because I'm not going to tell you what is coming up in October, but in November, we're going to be doing liner brush work. And it's really hard to take a white piece of paper and just start drawing, because a lot of people ask me about drawing. And I'm like, I don't ever draw with a pencil. I draw with a Sharpie, or I draw with a paintbrush. So I'm going to challenge you guys to do that. And it's like you said, you're taking bits of this lesson and bits of this lesson and making it your own.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Christy just said, what a great interview. I love this. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys saying this. And I appreciate you talking from the perspective of, and I have a lot of retired friends. I was just saying to my girlfriend yesterday, I love all of you, but y'all, like, I work a lot. I said, you're all retired. I still have kids that have to get through school. I still have to work. But the one thing I like about what you said is by day, I get to be this different numbers person, but I get to be that creative person by evening, by morning. And I do go to work wearing the stuff I've painted, and the guys are like, oh my God, what is she doing now?
I mean, I think for me, it's just like, I don't have to sacrifice either part of myself anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's been so great to find that piece of me again. And I've been able to do that because of this community. And so I've really, really enjoyed it. And, just Anne, you're wonderful. Thank you so much for all you do for the tribe.
We really do have the best person watching over us and just making sure that everything goes well.
But yeah, it's just been a really, really terrific experience for me. And I can't wait to do more, right?
And I hear that I'm going to meet you come November.
Yes, I'm going to Fort Worth. I'm so excited. I get my little travel bug, and I love to travel and go with the girls somewhere, so I am really excited about the whole thing.
I'm so happy. So is there anything that you'd like to say to anybody who's thinking about it? Is there something that sticks out from you, from your artful journey, that you really enjoy? Because you're mentioning time. I'd love to hear that.
I think, a lot of people, get afraid to make the leap, right? They get afraid to make the leap because they're like, well, what am I going to do with it? What am I going to, can I sacrifice the time to do this? Can I? And I think, what purpose do you need other than you love it? What purpose do you need? It's for you. This is your space, and doing it in a community where, you're supported, and it's so positive, like, it's fun. It's very fun. We have some great conversations, during those moments. And what more do you need than that? Do it just because you can and just because you want to. There doesn't need to be any better purpose than that.
Say yes to the opportunity.
Say yes to the opportunity, for yourself. And, it's so therapeutic, right? you relax, you de-stress, you laugh, you create. It's such a wonderful time. And it's such a great investment in yourself to give yourself permission to do that and say yes to that opportunity.
Oh my God, everybody is, and I love this. So Lynn said, I always used to draw with a pencil until I met you. I know, I can't stand pencils. I know. Sorry, Ticonderoga. I do like this. Diane said, having a profession you enjoy is wonderful. Don't rush retirement. I agree. I really do like what I do, but I also love that my art business is my passion, my heart, my soul. So it is nice that you get to do something you like to do. And like you said, you have phase 2 of your profession.
Yeah, I was in hospitals for a very long time, doing work there. And then I kind of fell into the medical publishing field, kind of by happenstance. And I created this whole different path for myself that I never even knew existed when I had gone to school in Arizona, many moons ago. But
I'm class of 92, so I'm
89,
we graduated, we were in school at the same time.
Right, so, all good. And I have loved every minute of that piece of my life. And I've worked with some outstanding people, and I still do. I work with a great team. So that's, the biggest thing keeping me there really now is not only, because I would love to have more time for all of this stuff too. Who wouldn't?
Well, I'm hearing that retirement is where we are going to be really doing that. So I'm all on board, but we're not allowed to rush retirement, said Diane.
Yeah. So, but I am definitely finding the opportunities. Since I said yes to the opportunity, there have been more opportunities, right? To open, my life is opened up, in that way. And I've made such wonderful friends through art journaling. I really have made some wonderful friends, and and they don't all live, right close to me, that type of thing. It's been a wonderful community to plug into. So I appreciate
Well, I want to thank you, MaryAnne. I don't set up any of the interviews. Anne does. She doesn't really vet. She's not asking everybody what their occupation is. But what was so nice, and this happened the last 2 times I've done this, we had such a variety of people from retired to professions, mom, non-moms. This is just a wonderful thing. And I want to thank Anne for coordinating that. And I want to thank you, MaryAnne, for agreeing to do this. She was on bright and early. I was like, oh, she's there. So I will let you go to work. I'm assuming she's going to probably.
Actually, I took off today because I had a weekend away. So this is my catch-up day, which is really awesome. So I'm going to meet a friend for lunch and then do a little grocery shopping for the teens that eat me out of house at home. That's what I'm going to do.
By the way, my nest is empty, I said. It is the most bizarre situation. Yesterday, my son came home from college to pick up something, and he called, and he's like, where are you? I'm like, my nest is empty. Why do I have to report in? Well, I want to thank you. I'll let you go. Have a wonderful day off.
Thank you.
And I will see you, Wednesday night we'll be painting.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Talk to you soon. Thank you. Oops. Oh my God, that was so cool. Okay. My work is calling me. What? Okay. So I do want to say, let me share some of the comments. The tribe has been so rewarding and brought back the creative me. So Cheryl was supposed to be here today. That's one. Thank you for this space. You are so welcome. Thanks for expressing how so many of us feel. So great to meet you. MaryAnne did it. Like I said, we talked for 3 seconds. I just said, hey, it'll be like talking to a girlfriend. That's exactly how I like to be in life. And that's exactly. Thank you, Cheryl, for saying I'm an inspiration, as well as MaryAnne. MaryAnne, you really are an inspiration. I might have spelled her name wrong too. Sorry when I did that. Thank you, MaryAnne. So I guess what we learned today was to say yes to the opportunity. I absolutely love that. I never thought of that. By the way, you can say yes to your Artful journey until 6 p.m. tonight Pacific time. The doors close, and we will go back to creating in the group. Here's some of the questions that I have received overnight because I've been answering questions. What time do I do everything? Well, it varies. We do 3 live events, typically 2 morning meditations, which I do in the morning. Like MaryAnne said, I like to switch times up a little bit just so I can be doing the best I can for people to catch me live. So those are typically at 8 o'clock in the morning, but I move those around. And then we do a wine with wine, which is typically on a Monday at 5:30 p.m. So that, again, that same time frame that I go free on Wednesday nights. Wednesday nights is also free, of course. I did forget to mention that anything I do in the art journal, like the last art journal challenge, is free for members. Do you need to re-sign up if you're already a member? The answer is no. It's month to month unless you tell us to cancel. It will continue to be auto every month. If you want to convert to the year, you can do that. And you can contact Anne at her email, support@yourartfuljourney.com. I love this. This is like today, all I want to do is say yes to the opportunity. Great line to remember as we stall ourselves. I think that is probably the best thing like I could take away today. It's nice that Anne gives the calendar at the beginning of the month so we can plan accordingly. So just so you know, yes, we make the banner now. It's always at the top of the Facebook group. I had to move a couple of things in October, but it's always nice. We don't set the schedule until like a couple of days before the month starts. And I stick to that schedule unless there is an emergency. So when is wine with wine? It's typically on a Monday at 5:30 p.m. They vary which Monday they are because it depends on what we have going on. Who asked that question? Sherry did. So I have the calendar right here. So I just set the calendar. For October. So October, we have October. October 1st, October 4th, and October 22nd is the way it's looking. How do we access the events for your Artful journey? So everything is provided in your portal on the 1st of every month. We have new content, a new technique or a new theme is released on the 1st of the month. Typically on the 1st. If it's on the weekend, sometimes it's the 2nd, but I think it's usually the 1st. And everything is in your portal. We also, all of the live events are in the private Facebook group, but we download those to the portal as well once they're done. So even if you are signing up now, you're going to have access to all of the lessons, all of the wine with wines, all of the morning meditations from day 1. So that was starting 2 years ago. So hopefully that helps you. Thank you. And I also have November's schedule set and November's content all loaded. So I usually work in like 3 to 6 months in advance and try to have all that planned out. And then as we get closer to the month, I always make sure that, excuse me, my tea. And just so you know, I think the tea bag that I made my tea this morning, it broke. And as MaryAnne was talking, if I made a face, it was because I think I drank half the tea leaves. It's like, yuck. I really, like I said, the 1st of the month, everything is released and you'll know the dates of everything. And morning meditation, most of these lessons, by the way, are anywhere from like 15 minutes to 20 minutes. Now, I did this. What was funny is yesterday I recorded November's content and I said it was the liner work. I did this page talking about, it's a lesson, and this page. Yeah, the whole lesson is 40 minutes, but it was like 2 quick pages, and I really deep dived into the type of paint, the type of brushes, how you hold the brush. All of those things are things that I break down. So you would think that it's you would think that it was not like, you know, oh, is there going to be enough stuff to talk about in your artful journey, like in that lesson? But we concentrated on the whole month, and you can combine it with other themes and techniques that we've done in the past. Sorry, I think I was given the wrong link out. Somebody said, wrong link, wrong link. I don't know why I keep doing that. Okay, so let's delete that. All right, let's see. I'm going to go back. Did I miss any questions? How do we access? I did that. I had, oh, I love, well, Christy, I had to cancel some of my subscriptions, but this was not one of them. I was not willing to let go. That was a must-have. Thank you, Christy. We don't want you to leave anyway. And we understand life happens. Just so you know, when life happens, life happens. So, you know, we've had people who have had to leave for various reasons, and now they're back. So I understand. As a member, join. It's such a rewarding place to be. The creativity is endless with the portal and extra Tracy time with lives. I love that. Thank you so much. Cheryl, even though you weren't able to be interviewed, you pretty much were able to be interviewed. I guess that's what you would have said. All right. Did I answer everything? I want to thank you. Tonight, the doors close at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Here's the thing that you're going to do, or somebody might do. I'm not going to say you're doing it. It's 6:01, the doors close, we're closed for the night, things happen, and you email and message me and say, you know, you couldn't, whatever, join. I can't, the doors are closed, we go on. Now I go back to your artful journey. If you can do the annual membership, you'll get your money's worth. I love that. Thank you, Connie. I think you were one of the ones who said, join month to month. I know Connie, I've met Connie. And now I think she upgraded to a year. I might be mistaken. There was quite a few people who have done that. Okay, happy Monday, you guys. I painted all day yesterday. Okay, I'm getting phone calls left, right, and center. I painted all day yesterday. This is what I was painting on. By the way, I'm going to make one for my daughter. These are little pen bags. So I'm going to be painting about 10 more of those, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Somebody asked me if I was going to give them away, if I'm selling them. My daughter asked for one, so I'm going to make one with her custom name on it. She wants Mickey on it, and I thought that was cute. And then she said, Mom, if you're going to make one for me, can you make one for my roommate? So I'm going to do that too. All right, I want to say have a happy, wonderful day. That, by the way, is proof that you don't have to stay in your art journal. You could take all of these ideas that you're learning and put them on canvas, put them on denim, put them on wood. You can do it. You could do a class. Okay, I'm thinking I'm going to do a class. I think I'm going to do a class, and the reason I said I think I'm going to do a class is I figured we could probably do, you know, 3 or so of these in a couple of hours and knock them out. I love that idea. Bring some for the giveaways at the retreat. Oh, you know what I was thinking? Okay, I got a lot going on in my brain. I'm not going to just start spewing everything out, but I love that, Tony. Okay, have a wonderful day. I'm going to jump on live here tonight when I get home. I'll give like the hour warning, that kind of thing. If you'd like to join your artful journey, the doors are open now. Once they close, they close. They open twice a year. So the next time will be next mid-year in 2022. So go back to creating. I got a list of content that we're going to be working on. I'll talk to you all soon. Have a wonderful day. Don't work too hard. Say yes to the opportunity. Say yes to the opportunity.